Maybe I wasn't the prettiest girl, but I had a secret weapon. Because I was absolutely shameless. I said,
I thought she was saying, because I have boobies! Boobies!
Further and tried to pull my pants down.
Whoa! Try to pull your pants down. She was trying to get some of that. What's the name again? Whatever. Some of that glizzy. Stuck inside an elevator with my crush. By accident?
Imagine being locked inside a small elevator with your biggest crush.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the AC stops working and it gets so
She's
hot
hot
that you both take off your shirts.
Right.
Sounds like a dream. Well, this actually happened to me, and here's how. I was in school when my enemy Alexa made fun
Y'all see the gas? Oh my gosh, got a gas.
of me. She said, I'm going on a date this weekend, and you?
My fault.
Netflix and chill with your dad? Oh, stop it, Alexa.
Ew.
If I wanted a boyfriend, I could get one easily. Ha! Not in your wildest dreams. Guys just don't think that you are attractive.
Damn,
I
hater.
wanted to prove her wrong, so I secretly went to my teacher and said, Mr. Flanders, I know this sounds weird, but I really want to work with Jordan. Can you team us up on the next project? That's cute, and sure, I'll let you two write an essay together. It was awesome. Jordan and I met up in the library for our team project. Maybe I wasn't the prettiest girl, but I had a secret weapon. Because I was absolutely shameless. I said,
I thought she was saying, because I have boobies! Boobies!
So, do you have a crush on any girl in our class? Oh, I don't have time for dating. I only focus on school and my soccer career. Wow, I heard you almost made the national team. Have you ever had any groupies? Well, girls often come into the locker room looking to have some fun, but I think it's super annoying. That's when I undid the top button of my blouse and asked, have you ever dated a brunette? You
Man, I'm
mean
a
like
pretty hot
yourself?
girl.
Yes, and now tell me, do you find me attractive?
Shorty's for the streets. Oh my gosh, she tried to hit that man with the... You want to see some of this cleavage, baby boy? Come on, daddy.
Oh, stop, and let's go back to work. Oh my god, I needed a better plan to seduce him. So I lured him into my dad's mansion. There, we had a small elevator, and I had instructed my brother to switch off the circuit breaker in the middle of the ride. Whoa, the
Damn,
elevator
she's rich?
stopped.
Shorty rich and she still can't get no mess? That's crazy.
Yeah, it happens all the time. We just have to wait until my dad comes home and rescues us. It was so tight, Jordan's body was almost pressed up against mine. And with the AC off, it got really hot and muggy in there. So I said, if you want to take off your shirt, please go ahead. Well, actually, I'm fine. Well, then, I'll go first. I
Boing.
peeled down to my bra and said, it's just like a bikini. And by the way, do you think I'm attractive? Oh, you sure look good. I really thought he liked me.
This is harassment.
So I went ahead and kissed him. We kept going for 20 minutes, but right when I took his shirt off, I heard my dad scream, "Hey, what are you doing with my..."
That dad like, hey, my daughter ain't no whore. What you doing here, fella? Why you trying to cut my daughter chick in this elevator? We ain't having none of that. Take your ass out here. Go back home, little young fella, before I have your ass sent to hell. I called the cops to her. 911.
My daughter. Snap. I was in big trouble. My dad still thought I was an innocent little girl. He didn't know the real me and said, "How dare you touch my daughter?" Dad, we both like each other, and I'm 16, old enough to date boys and have some fun. My dad grounded me for weeks, but I didn't care. The following day, I visited Jordan after his soccer practice in the boys' locker room, and I got plenty of attention.
I think Shorty just realized she's really hot.
Jordan, a girl is here for you, and she seems naughty. Oh, hey, what are you doing here? I wanted to invite you to my house. I have a special surprise for you. I took him to my room and peeled down to this cute cat outfit. Meow.
Meow.
Kissed for a minute, then Jordan got nervous and went to the bathroom. He didn't come back for 20
This
minutes.
is that rich girl
so I went
syndrome right
searching
here.
and found him talking to my brother about soccer. Sister, what the hell are you wearing? It's disgusting.
Ew, sister, you look like an absolute mess. You look like a total slut. Yes, queen.
That's what her brother is giving. Her brother is giving zesty.
I finally gave up on seducing Jordan and went to sleep. But at night I had to go to the bathroom, and that's when I heard noises from my brother's room. I opened the door and oh my god, they were kissing. I took
Hush, hush.
Homie was into man's buns. I told he was. I told your brother was zesty, bro. They're like, that boy's zesty. Oh hell no! I didn't expect that one. That caught me off guard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord have mercy. Homie really made me go feel like, oh, why? I love you, but you had to kiss my brother. Why? Now it's time to blackmail you, buddy. You're about to get blackmailed. So just know next time I see you, I'm gonna leak to all the gym bros that you're gay.
They were kissing.
Justin's zesty.
I took a photo and said, wow, Dad's not gonna like this.
Facts.
Oh, you witch! Please don't tell him! Witch? You are my brother and just stole my boyfriend, you jerk! I knew Dad wouldn't be happy to find out his son was into boys.
Hey man, your boyfriend into boys too.
So I did what any good sister would do and blackmailed him. From now on, you are my servant, or otherwise, I show Dad the photo. And you, Jordan? I'll let you spend 2 hours a day with my brother as long as I get the rest of the time. They both agreed.
Just turn bro into a manho.
It was kind of weird sharing a boyfriend with my brother. One time we watched...
This is a weird relationship. I know we like threesomes, but if you think about it, it's like a 1.5 sum. You know what I mean? Think about it, like a 1.5 sum. Did this count as Alabama? Chat, did this count as Alabama? Think about it.
Watched a movie together with Jordan
Word.
sitting between us. I would kiss him for a few minutes, and then my brother would kiss him for a few minutes. But then he lost it and screamed, "Sister, I hate sharing my boyfriend with you, you freaking perv. How dare you even speak to me, you worthless servant? Now make me a salami sandwich." My brother
salami
did whatever
sandwich.
I ordered him to do. Sometimes I even used him as an ottoman. Meanwhile, at school, I showed Jordan off to all my classmates, especially Alexa, because her boyfriend had just dumped her. I said, "Who's the loser now, Alexa?"
Yeah, I got me a bisexual man.
Bet your ex-boyfriend was sick of your cellulite. Yes, I saw it in PE class, and it's disgusting.
I mean, technically,
I was drunk on power and took it too far.
if you think about it, it is Alabama. Only because when she kisses him and her brother kisses him, they're kissing each other. He got his lips put on both of their lips. So, backhand kissing, you know what I'm saying? That's also a 1.5 Alabama.
I told my brother, "From now on, you will flush my toilet for me."
Hey, yo!
No way I'm gonna do that. You're disgusting. Okay, then give me the laptop you got for Christmas. Screw you. Go ahead and out me to Dad. I don't care anymore. At least it will end this nightmare. I fulfilled his wish and told Dad everything. He turned to Jordan and said, "So first you kiss my daughter, and then my son?" "I'm sorry, sir, but I never wanted to kiss your daughter. She's an evil monster and forced herself on me. Your son is the one I really love." "Well, it is what it is. Sounds like my daughter will be the one making all the grandchildren in this family." Wait, what?
My dad is a real cannibal.
Hey, I'm Steve, and
Hey,
I'm
I'm
in
Steve.
big trouble.
Okay.
I recently found proof that my dad is a real-life cannibal.
Word.
I'm not joking here. And I'm not sure if I should contact the police or FBI, but I know I have to do something, because my dad needs to be stopped. I should have realized that he was weird when I was a kid. My dad always told me stories about a cannibal tribe in the Brazilian Amazonas.
Right.
He told those stories with so much detail as if he had experienced it himself. He said they normally only ate deceased people, but sometimes when they thought someone was a sorcerer or a witch, they would make an exception and eat that person alive. To make things worse,
Ew, that's nasty, bro. We eating them alive, bro. They eating boobies.
he told me they mostly accuse little girls of being witches. He also said that those indigenous Brazilian tribes would go out and try to capture men of other tribes and then do a big feast eating them. Listening to his stories as a kid was scary. But I was young, and I kind of thought my dad's obsession with cannibalism was normal. He also has a bunch of human skulls all over our house. And when I asked him where he got those from, he said he bought them on eBay. But I highly doubt that that's true. Because 4 years ago, he changed careers. He went from being a school teacher to becoming a crematorium operator. His new job is all about turning dead corpses into ashes. And it's his duty to treat those bodies with respect. But I suspect that he is taking those bodies apart and secretly eating them.
Bro got problems, bro. If his dad is really eating these bodies, sick!
The weird thing he does is fly to Brazil once a year. My mom told me he has family over there, and I believed her.
That's different, though. You're serious.
But why had I never seen my Brazilian family? And why had I never been invited to visit them? Well, one day I found out the truth. I went through my dad's wardrobe, and at the bottom, I found a hidden box. When I opened it, I saw several sets of human teeth.
Bro dad is Jeffrey Dahmer. Bro dad is Jeffrey Dahmer. I can start with the Pete. You're done. You're finished. You're finished,
so
Joseph.
Creepy.
You're gay!
And there was one photo showing my dad wearing those teeth around his head, surrounded by some indigenous jungle people. Another photo showed my dad holding a spear in his hand next to some indigenous warriors. It looked like they were about to go hunting. I just hope it wasn't for some other humans. But now I knew where my dad went once a year.
Patrick.
He visited the Brazilian Amazon to hang out with some cannibalistic, warmongering tribe members. And maybe he went on hunting other humans with them so they could eat them afterward. I hope this was all a big joke, but when I confronted my dad and asked if he had ever eaten human flesh, his response was so creepy. A big grin appeared on his face, and then he asked me, "How do you know, son?"
His daddy's Jeffrey Dahmer.
At first, I didn't know how to respond. But once I had gathered myself, I said, "You are a disgusting and evil psychopath." But he responded, No, it's not evil and it's not disgusting. I mean, what's the difference between eating pig, beef, or human? There is no difference. And if a human dies of a natural cause, then it's not evil to eat the corpse, because a dead person doesn't care. So that's why you became a crematory operator? So you can have free lunch at work?
Wow, good
I asked him. Those are old and sick people. That would be disgusting. No, I'm just fascinated by dead bodies. It's really no big deal, he responded. Wow, my dad thinks that being a cannibal is no biggie. I'm honestly scared of him, because I don't know what he is capable of. If he is willing to spend thousands of dollars each year to fly to Brazil just to eat other humans.
Yo, that's crazy. Ian Dora the Explorer is crazy. He is exploring Dora's body. He is a pedophile.
And he might also be willing to eat my mom or me.
He already ate your mom. If you know what I mean.
And one time, he asked me if I wanted to come with him to Brazil. He said it would be a great adventure, and I could finally develop a taste for you know what. He said it's better than anything else he had ever tasted. But why does my dad think that I am even slightly interested in cannibalism? This whole thing is so disturbing. I am seriously considering calling the FBI, but I don't want my dad to go to prison because then my mom would be very lonely. To make things worse, my dad recently bought a huge barbecue grill. I am suspecting the worst, but so far, he has only used it when I wasn't at home. So I have no idea what he's eating on it. To be honest, if someone wants to eat my corpse after I'm dead,
because his father is slick with it, that's why.
Mind. And I recently read on the internet that more and more moms eat their own placentas after giving birth. It's so disgusting, but it's one of the hottest trends out there.
What the?
And even Kim Kardashian says she has eaten her own placenta after giving birth. I guess, as long as you don't hurt others, you can eat whatever you want. Unfortunately, I don't think my dad is following that rule. I assume that he goes to Brazil once a year to hunt for fresh human meat. And 2 weeks ago, he cooked us a nice soup with pork meat inside. Or so I thought. Because 2 days later, he asked me how I liked the soup, and when I told him that it tasted good, I saw this creepy little smirk on his face, which means that I might have already eaten another human without knowing it. Please let me know in the comments what you would do in my situation.
Call the police. Call the police. That's it. Call the cops. My psycho brother ate my dog.
Hey.
Hi.
My name is Delara.
How do you do,
and I
Delara?
want to tell you how I got rid of my psychopath brother.
What's wrong with your brother?
He tyrannized my family for years, but now he is gone.
Word.
And yes, I confess, I did it. I made him disappear.
Whoa.
Since I can remember,
Are you a psycho?
I lived in constant fear of death. When my brother and I played together, he would always put plastic bags over my teddy bear, as if he was suffocating it. And then he would point at me and laugh like I would be next. My parents knew he was an evil monster, which is why they never
One
left
Punch
me
Man!
alone with him in the same room. He loved drawing himself eating and crucifying other people.
Damn, evil ass kid. What is this, One Piece?
Things worse.
Bro, must be
Most of
kid
the
from One
time,
Piece.
I was the victim. So of course I was scared. I knew my brother wanted to turn his fantasies into reality. But luckily, I had my parents and my dog Tobias
Tell the Marvel got
protecting
that
me.
gat.
My brother had tried several times to break into my room at night, but Tobias always slept next to me. He was a
He
very
said from Toy
big
Story.
dog.
Facts.
Unfortunately, that didn't save him from my brother. One day, my brother ran after me, and I started screaming for help. Tobias immediately came to my rescue and jumped onto my brother, threw him down and snarled at him. But psychopaths like my brother are incapable of feeling fear. That's why he just grinned back at Tobias and said, "You will regret this badly." I knew
Cringe on, boy. I feel like a cool voice like this. You'll regret this badly. But you're like, you'll regret this badly.
it was my responsibility to protect Tobias from my brother. But I failed. My brother must have lured him outside, and then Tobias was gone. I told my parents that my brother got rid of Tobias, but they didn't quite believe me. They said,
The mama
"Maybe
got the
Tobias
mommy
just ran
milkers."
away."
Mommy, I want to
But the
milk your
next day,
milkers.
when my parents and I came back from grocery shopping, my brother was in the kitchen cooking. He had never cooked before, and for some reason, he was staring at me with his usual evil grin. Then he pulled out a big haunch and
Hit
bit
the
into
DO on the
it
dog.
while staring at me. The haunch was weirdly big. It took me a few seconds.
Ah! He took the dog! I know her ass is feeling like that was my friend, my best buddy, Tobias. Brother, why did you eat my dog? Why did I eat my dog?
To realize that he was eating the leg of Tobias. In that moment, something switched inside me. I knew only one of us would survive. I was
Word.
ready to die. I first told my parents what was going on, but when they took a closer look at the haunch, they said it wasn't Tobias. But I knew they were lying to make me feel comfortable. Because a few minutes later, my brother told me what he had done to Tobias, how he had cooked him, and that he tasted like high-quality beef. Tobias
Wow.
wasn't just
So dog tastes like high quality beef. That's tough.
a dog for me. He was my best friend. And no one eats my best friend without equal retribution. My parents were scared of my brother, but I wasn't anymore. I knew if I didn't take action,
man should be
I would end
Chinese.
up like Tobias. To protect myself, my dad gave me pepper spray and told me to use it against my brother if he threatened me. He said the pepper spray was strong enough to keep off bears, so it would easily knock out my brother. But I had no interest in defending myself. I didn't want to live in fear anymore.
Okay.
So the next morning, I opened my brother's door and threw a heavy book at him and screamed, "You murderer!" He immediately got up and ran after me.
Okay.
I ran out of our house, directly into the forest. My brother ran after me, but I had 2 advantages. I was 2 years older than him, and I had shoes on. Well,
Okay, he might have them African feet. Them booty scratcher feet. Come on now.
he didn't. I was faster than him, but kept him close enough that he thought he could catch me. 1 mile, 2 miles.
She a runner,
3
she a
miles?
track
I
star.
had never run like this before. It was a beautiful and intense experience. At one point, I stopped and gasped for air. My brother was right there, 5 meters away. I could see in his face that he had waited for this moment all his life. but so did I.
What is this epic anime
I
battle?
pulled my dad's pepper spray out, ready to use it against my brother, and end this once and for all. My brother started running away from me, but I was faster than him, and about to catch up when I fell and he escaped. Now I was truly petrified. I wasn't sure what my brother would do next. So I ran to my parents and told them about my brother and how he had run after me in the forest. They knew I was telling the truth and decided my brother was too dangerous to continue to live with us. That's why they tried to put him into a special facility for violent and dangerous teenagers.
Why is he like this? Why is his brother like this? What's wrong with him?
But my brother had no criminal record, so they didn't accept him in. My parents' only choice left was giving him into a foster home, but they said he was too dangerous and a threat to the other kids there. That's why they decided to keep him living with us. Of course, we were all scared, and I was sleeping in my parents' bed from now on. I spent hours every night thinking how I could get rid of him. And then I had an idea. What if I placed a knife into his backpack and called the police to tell them he was planning to attack someone? But I knew he would accuse me of setting him up. So I also put a few of his drawings into his backpack. Then,
That's
during
evil.
school,
I honestly the bad brother, but you gotta go that far. Come on now.
and told them my brother had told me he wanted to go psycho on his classmates. The police immediately arrived and took him into custody. And guess what? Now he is in a youth detention facility, and he will stay there for many years. However, his new home is only 40
Fair.
miles away from where we live, and I'm scared that he will break out of there and come to get me,
He should.
because he has repeatedly sworn to take revenge on me, because he knows that I had set him up. That's why I'm practicing sprinting and fighting every day. I always carry some weapon with me, just in case. My parents have also installed an alarm system to our house in case my brother tries to break in and get me. It's scary, but I know how to defend myself, and once I'm older, I'll just move far away, somewhere where my brother will never find me. And if he does find me, I'll be
Not Chun-Li.
prepared. In fact, I sometimes hope he will break out and fight me. Then I could finally end this, once and for all.
Cringe cringe at. How I made $50 million at the age of 15.
Hey, I'm Alex, and
Alright,
in this
what's up,
video,
Alex?
I'm going to tell you how I became one of the richest people on Earth,
Right.
even though I was only a stupid teenager. It all started with me
Outta
being
there.
obsessed about
That's some
history and
gangsta shit.
archaeology. By the time I was 12, I
What
had
is that
probably
picture in the
read
back?
more than
Chopper!
100 books on those
You can't even
topics.
see him.
So you can imagine how excited I was when my dad
Jesus!
gave me a metal detector for Christmas. I immediately grabbed a shovel and ran into our forest here in Poland. It took me less than 4 hours to dig up my first treasure. It was a rusted machine gun from the Second World War.
Right?
After I did some research, I learned that it was a PPD-40 and
Right.
used by the Soviet Union during World War II. Of course, my mom was shocked when I showed it to her, but my dad laughed and said it was cool.
This seems like the life of how I became a school shooter. That's just me though.
He encouraged me to continue my hobby. Well, that's exactly what I did for the next few years. Whenever I had free time, I would wander through our beautiful forest searching for new treasures. And after a year, I had my first big discovery. It was a very old helmet. I immediately took it to a museum in our city for an inspection. When they saw it, their eyes lit up. But then they took the helmet away from me and said that archaeological treasures found in Poland belong to the state. To be honest, I'm not sure if what they said was true, but I felt like they had stolen my helmet from me. That day, I swore to myself that the next time I found a treasure, I would keep it to myself and sell it on the black market.
Honestly, I would have pushed her down to get my shit back. What you talking about?
Because, as I later found out, the helmet I had found was worth at least 20,000 US dollars. It was a Roman auxiliary helmet in a really good condition. And recently, a similar helmet was sold for 300,000 USD. So you can imagine how angry I was, especially because the helmet was never displayed in that museum, which means they had probably sold my helmet on the black market to get rich themselves.
You got scammed. Scammer get scammed. Scammer get scammed.
The next few years, I had little to no luck. I mean, yeah, I found hundreds of grenades and rusty machine guns, but none of them had any value. It was 2 days after my 15th birthday when my metal detector started beeping like crazy.
Word.
And it wasn't just beeping at one point, but it was beeping over an area of at least 2 square meters. I wasn't sure what was laying under me, but I knew it was something very big. So I took my shovel and started digging. I remember hitting against something.
Dig.
At first, I was scared. It could have been a mine, but I could feel that it wasn't metallic.
Bro, if that was a landmine, yeah, I would never do this. This is dangerous. I would never do this. I would say, I won't do this. And it said, could have been mine. I'm never doing this.
After a few more seconds of digging, I realized that it was a big pot. It was very big and heavy and kinda ugly. But why was my metal detector been beeping if there wasn't any metal? It took me a few seconds to realize that something was inside the pot. So I started pulling the dirt out of the opening of the pot. It didn't take long until I saw something golden. And trust me, I had waited years to find something golden. It were coins. Lots of coins.
Ain't no way. He found the Lucky Charm dude pot. This pot of gold. I forgot his name. What they called him, bro? What they call the green people the Lucky Charms? Y'all know what I'm talking about. His pot of gold, though.
Too many coins for me to carry. I looked around to see if someone had followed me or seen my treasure, but no one was there. So I took one coin with me and put the rest back into the hole and filled it with dirt again. When I arrived home, I immediately showed my dad the gold coin I'd found. I told him there were many more,
Find me some
and
gold.
a big smile appeared on his face. He asked, "How many?" And I said, "More than I could count." We decided to go back the following morning.
And it was gone.
But this time I realized that it wasn't just one pot full of gold coins, but that there were several pots under the ground, right next to each other.
Bro must have found El Chapo stash. Put that shit back.
7 big pots in total. After we had brought all of them to our home, we counted a little more than 10,000 gold
El
coins.
Chapo stash.
We had no idea how much they were worth, but we definitely knew we were rich. However, I made one big mistake. I should have never asked my dad for help. He turned out to be a selfish monster. Because the next morning when I woke up to take another look at my treasure, it was gone. I immediately asked my dad where the coins had gone, and he told me he had taken them away so I wouldn't spend them on stupid stuff. I got angry and told him those were my coins, and he had no right to take them away from me. When I offered him to share the coins 50-50, he started laughing and said, "I have raised you and I have bought you your metal detector. Therefore, those coins belong to me."
At this point, me and my dad, we is boxing. Matter of fact, we is boxing. I'm going to turn into the John Wick on his ass. That's all I'm saying. Know that.
Be a good boy, and I will give you a few of them someday. Oh, I wanted to attack him right then and there. But that wouldn't have helped me find my coins either. No, I needed to find out where my dad had hidden them. I knew the only way my dad could have transported them was by using his car. That's why I asked several store owners in our city if I could take a look at their security cameras that were facing to the street. I told them someone had stolen my dad's car, and we were trying to find out where the thief had driven it. Everyone wanted to help and gave me access to their security camera footage. From there, it was easy to follow where my dad had driven his red Honda. Once I knew the district my dad had gone to, it immediately clicked. He had gone to my aunt. I called her up and asked if my dad had recently visited her. She said, "Yeah, he came in here at 5 a.m. in the morning. He said he needed to store a few boxes in my basement." Jackpot. I immediately visited my aunt and told her my dad wanted me to pick up his boxes again. Then I ordered a taxi and brought the coins into a cheap hotel. I took one coin with me and went to a pawn shop. I asked how much it was worth, and the guy looked shocked. He asked me who had given it to me. But I knew it was better to not give him any information, so instead I asked him again, "How much will you pay me for it?" He took a closer look and told me it was a Roman gold coin and in perfect condition. When he said he was willing to pay $15,000 US
For what? Sell him.
for this single coin,
Sell him.
I almost fainted. But I tried to stay cool, even though I had 10,000 more of these coins laying around in my cheap hotel. What if someone broke into my room and stole them
Oh,
from
hell
me?
no.
I took the $15,000 and ran back to my hotel. Luckily, my coins were still there. I immediately ordered a taxi and drove to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. There, I checked into a luxury hotel where I was safe from my dad and thieves.
Okay.
All that happened a few years ago, and I haven't seen my dad since. I've sold all my 10,000 coins for a total of $50 million to several private collectors. And I even found a legal loophole so I wouldn't have to pay any taxes. Today, I'm 18 and living on Ibiza. I'm mostly partying and having fun. But I also offered my mom to leave my dad and start a new life with me.
Why you ask your mama to leave your dad and start a new life with you? Pause!
However, she said she wouldn't leave my dad because she loved him too much. Well, I'm sorry, but that's her problem. As long as she lives with my dad, I won't give her a single penny.
I'm not gonna lie, his conclusion was done. If that was me, I would have been better than my dad and still help my dad out with some money, help my family. But I digress. Dumb. I digress. I fell in love with the homeless girl.
Hey,
Hey.
my name is Adrian, and I'm from a very poor country called Moldova.
What the hell is
One
the
day, I was
Moldova?
walking to school when I saw a girl begging on the street. I felt bad for her.
I mean, if your country poor and she's homeless, you must be poor too. So that means makes you a homeless adjacent.
She looked the same age as me, so I
Okay.
gave her my school lunch. Her face was covered in dirt, but I could tell that she was beautiful. When I
Okay.
got back home, I told my mom about the girl I saw on the street. She responded, "That poor girl.
Bobby got the Bungo Stray Dolls character in the back right there.
She's beautiful, and on the streets, she won't survive very long." I said, "What? Why not?" My mom responded, "Don't you read the news? They will take her to Turkey and sell her there to evil men." I was shocked and said, "We can't let that happen. We have to rescue her." My mom responded, "Well, do whatever you have to do."
Okay.
So the next day, I went searching for the girl. And after a few hours,
Me personally, I wouldn't search for the girl. I would just give up and like move on with my life. But that's just me.
I found her laying on the ground.
Cause I feel like
She was
she might
crumbling
stab
out.
me. Like, what if she a criminal? What if she's playing with me? I'll be scared, man. I'll watch You, and after watching the Netflix show You, I can't trust them.
And I asked her, "Hey, is everything okay?" She responded, "My stomach, it hurts." And I said, "Don't
My
worry,
stomach
my
hurt."
mother can give you some medicine.
Yo, if she hot, I smash. If she's hot, I smash. Then you know you gotta pass. Then I want to see, hey, baby girl, got that ass.
I could tell she didn't quite trust me.
Yeah, I wouldn't
But she
trust her
also
around doing
didn't
this.
resist when I pulled her up and brought her to my home. There, my mother gave her some painkillers and sent her to take a shower. When she came out again, she looked completely different. Like a normal
Okay.
girl. Even though very beautiful. That day, I asked her why she'd been homeless, and she told me how she had grown up on a farm on the countryside, but her mom had turned insane and kicked her out one day. She said she had never gone to school because she had to help her family working on the fields.
Hell no, that's some slavery. That is some slavery. She really just said, I couldn't go to school because my mama had me working up the field picking the cotton. I feel like Neon when he was hanging out with Blueface. When he was like, Indians are niggas. Play the clip.
I felt so bad for her. I said, "Hey, if you want, you can live with us now. We don't have much money, but we will give our best to take care of you."
Word.
She said, "Wow, thank you. That would be so grateful." That's how our friendship started. We spent lots of time together and often wandered through the forest. But one time, she hurt her feet and couldn't walk anymore.
Okay.
So I had to pick her up and bring her home.
My boy's a Rizzler, bro. He said homeless booty is loyal booty.
I know it was wrong, but it felt good to feel her skin on mine. And I guess she enjoyed it too, because she cuddled her head against my chest. When we arrived back
Ayo.
home, she gave me one long hug, then looked into my eyes and said, "Thank you so much. You are my hero today." Of course, I've had feelings for her before, but now I knew she liked me too.
I mean, of course you liked it. You took her. It's like a dog, man. You took her off the streets, and you pretty much said, "Hey, baby girl, You don't have to do work every day in your life and have a roof and shelter and place, Netflix and chill. All you gotta do is be my homeless booty so you can be my loyal booty. That's pretty much what you said.
So the next time we went to the forest, I asked her, "Hey, do you like me?" She turned red and whispered, "Maybe."
Maybe.
I had no idea what that meant and said, "Oh,
She better get
it's
some
okay if you
lots of
don't like
education.
me. Don't worry." But she responded, "No, I do like you." Wow, I hadn't expected such a clear answer, but I knew what I had to do next.
Wow.
I gently pulled her
Wow.
towards me and slowly kissed her. This was awesome.
And just
But
think
she
about
wanted
it. A
to go
couple weeks ago, those were dirty lips. He turned a dirty girl into a pretty woman. I like it.
Further and tried to pull my pants down.
Whoa! Try to pull your pants down. She was trying to get some of that. What's the name again? Whatever. Some of that glizzy.
No. It's too risky. We are too young to have a baby. But she just smiled at me and said, "You stupid. That's not what I wanted to do." Back then, I had no idea what she meant. But after one long last kiss, we went back home again. And since that day, we have been a happy couple.
She was trying to get bro the guac walk. And then she was trying to get bro the guac walk in the woods.